hello, and welcome to the Foul Play YouTube channel. We are at Open Mic number 245, part 15 and final open mic about these new DCI reports. Should be able to knock everything out tonight. I'll explain a little bit more about that here in a minute, but first I'd like to say hello to Susan.
Hey, Jack. Hello, everyone. Welcome. All you chatters and lurkers out there.
I know you've been working.
Yeah, but I did it. I'm done for the day.
Good. Well,
Mm-hmm.
we should be able to get this done before. It shouldn't take too long. And,
Yeah.
these are new. These are new, so
Oh,
it takes
cool.
a little bit. Oh, yeah, we didn't have any of these before. These are all new.
So they're all
Yep.
heavily redacted, I
Well,
imagine.
kind of like the rest. Took their black marker and went to town with it. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, after 353 was the highest one we had, and we're into 361. I think is where we're starting. So I'm not sure if Doc is going to try to join. He had something to do this morning. Well, morning for him. It's actually Monday morning for him. So I told him to get us some lottery tickets, but I've been telling him that for years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just watching a video of the lottery curse, all the people that have won huge money over the years and just
Oh
crash and
yeah.
burn.
Oh, for a lot, yeah. If you just go, completely done with it, and but there are a lot out there that they do it right. They don't just immediately quit their job and just dump their complete life that they've been living for 2 or 3 decades.
I have to
They
say, most of them did what you would do, Jack.
Yeah, you don't do that immediately. I mean, if it's fine, you want to do it.
No, not that.
Oh,
I mean,
oh,
they all bought multiple cars. I mean, expensive cars.
yeah. You can certainly drain your bank account if you do that. I mean, I've never owned a really expensive car, but I yeah, I would that would be definitely be a crutch for me. I would have to really,
I'm
I'd
like,
have to say,
how many
I'd have
cars can you drive? They're buying five,
Well, it's one of those things. It's like you can go look, but leave your credit card and all your stuff at home. So you can't actually buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be rough. But well,
Yeah.
I have a few other things that I like to collect too. But yeah, I never was able to really afford a really expensive car, but I sure do look at them anyway.
I'm the
Um,
opposite of a collector. I like to live light.
oh, okay. That's kind of like the I don't know what you'd call that. I know there's a word for it. Living light. No, that's not it. I think of it. Anyway, great open mic, or not open mic, but reading with the crew last night. A lot of
Hmm.
really good, interesting discussion um,
It was, yes.
about not only Brendan and what O'Kelly and Kaczynski did, the dastardly shit that they did. It was so bad. Oh my
Yeah.
God!
It's just really unreal that that case didn't get thrown out after what happened to him,
Well,
before it even got started. Just,
that's um, I guess the weakness of our criminal justice system is, it's only as good as those running it at any given moment.
right? Because Kratz was aware of all of it.
Yes. And it's bothersome that all of a sudden in 2009, Skurlinski gets his hands on this second, third self
Mhm.
interview that was done to Brendan, unbeknownst to anyone. Part of that, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Somebody
Yeah.
damn well knew. Somebody had those papers and those documents. Where the hell did they come from? They were at this family whatever center. That what? It doesn't even make any sense.
No.
So, yeah, that's troublesome. I knew when I read it when we originally got this huge document dump, and then all of the attachments that came with it. I'm like, wait, what the? So, anyway, yeah, let's
See what else we got here.
yeah, let's take a look at. Let me get this on screen here. I'm flipping through over here, crazy. There we go. Yeah, we're at 361, and I think our final report for again investigative. These are reports that signed to. This is their case number 05. You can see my mouse up top, 051776. There are other case numbers. We're going to get to those. There's not many. I don't understand why they did what they did. Anyway, this first one's transfer of evidence. It's a Fassbender report. It was it occurred on. Go ahead.
I was going to say it's after both trials, right?
Oh Lord, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. We're beyond. Well, we will get into a couple of reports here at the end that I think is actually. I think we got one coming up that's going to shock you. Well, it might. Yeah, this is June 1st, the current date, 2007. He filed the report 6 days later on the 7th. Subject of warrant, Barb Allen, or not Barb Allen, Barb Ellen. This is Barb's computer stuff, and as I've bitched and complained before about some of these other recordings and various electronic media, digital media. This one has a property tag assigned to it. D8603. A lot of these from Flessert that I pointed out specifically don't have jack craps assigned to them. They're just, well, let's bring some disc in, let's do this and make some copies. And so that tells me that there's something weird going on.
Yeah. Hiding.
Well, that's what you walk away feeling, because there's no descriptive of what's on the disk. Not really.
Right.
Anyway, the evidence, this was the hard drive, and then 7 DVDs containing a copy of Barb Yonda's computer hard drive.
And the final report, that's the B-League, right? CD?
Yes, that's right. 1 CD containing the final report. I said it was the hard drive. It's the final report of what we did to that hard drive. That's right. So they've got a copy on a CD of the final report, and then 7 CDs that were encrypted that he did.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they got turned over. They got, well, it says Fassbender for the final disposition to the property receipt. And then the items have been placed with the Calumet County Sheriff's Department. Well, I complained about this too, because I'm not sure if it's on here. This is a different report. There's another one where he clearly turned the evidence over to Wiegert that he wrote. As evidence, it got assigned a property tag and put in the Calumet County ledgers. And if it was evidence on June 1st, 2007, it sure as hell was evidence on May 11th, 2006. I don't care how you can't twist that any other way. Anyway, 362, this occurred on May 30th, written on May 30th. This is a Fassbender report. And we got Deb Strauss here. I think you're going to find this one a bit interesting. I did scan through a couple of these for last night. You want to read this one? I think this one's worth at least reading some of it.
Yeah. Let's see. Wisconsin Division of Criminal Investigation Case Report. On May 30th, 2007, Special Agent Deborah Strauss transferred 1 audio tape to Fassbender. The audio tape was a recording of conversations with Dolores Avery, while she was transported to and from the Aurora Hospital in Two Rivers as part of an execution of search warrant for fingerprints and DNA. On November 10th, 2005, Strauss had assigned DJ DCI-37 property receipt number D-1500 to said audio cassette tape and had maintained said cassette tape in her possession until transferring it to Fassbender on May 30th, 2007. Both Strauss and Fassbender signed the property receipt indicating her relinquishment of the audio tape and Fassbender's receipt of the audio tape. Evidence: D-1500-1, one audio tape of conversations with Dolores Avery while transporting her to and from Aurora Hospital in Two Rivers as part of execution of search warrant. June 1, 2007, Fassbender transferred said audio tape to Wiegert of the Cal County Sheriff's Department. Wiegert signed the property receipt indicating receipt of the audio tape. Fassbender filled out the final disposition section of the property receipt. Let's see. Indicating that the audio tape had been placed with the Cal County Sheriff's Department. Electronically attached to this supplemental report is a copy of property receipt number D-1500, and a copy will be submitted to DCIR.
Yeah, I'm sure that's the internal records, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
But here we have Deb Strauss make this recording on November 10th, 2005.
And held on to it until...
And held on to it till May 30th, 2007. Year and a half, basically. Let's see, that would be November 2, 12. Yeah, basically a year and a half.
Yeah.
Why would she do that? We've got this, but there's not much on it. She wouldn't talk to him.
Right.
It's basically a car ride of dead air.
Mm.
But why would she hold on to it?
Right.
I don't know. Anyway, let's move on.
Yeah.
Yeah. 363. This is the current date's the July 23rd, 2007. Report date's the 30th by Fassbender. This is the notice of case disposition. I don't know that we necessarily need to read this. It's there. It's basically where they're wrapping up the case. It's not a very long
sentencing information.
It's just there's not much there. He was sentenced on June 1st, so here he is, end of July to write this report up. Electronic
He's got life imprisonment, but he gets credit for 568 days.
Well, yeah, sure.
Makes a lot of sense.
Like that matters, right?
Right.
Like you're going to, like when your life sentence is up, you're going to revive and walk out of prison. And
yeah.
Electronically attached to the supplement, there's a copy of the notice of case disposition submitted to the, I'm guessing DCI Records or whatever, however that is. Yeah, notice of case disposition.
Would that be Department of Corrections?
No, the DCIR is part of the DCI records keeping, because a lot of these are, especially when you see any kind of electronic media, there's a copy. It always seems to accompany, and a copy of that copy goes to the records department, and they do whatever with it. 364. Now we're up into August 2nd, 2007. And the report date and the occurrence date's the same. The reporting law person is this Carolyn Kelly. You don't really see her name in making any report. She's more like if you look at the originals that we have, she's more like a supervising agent. I guess somebody that looks at the reports, and her name will be attached to it. This is a case closed. Teresa Marie Hallbach. They're officially closing the case. I'm not entirely sure why it took until August 7th, but what do I know?
Corey's got a question. Has anyone
sorry?
ever heard? Corey's got a question. Has anyone ever heard the zipper answering machine message when Teresa called looking for directions to their house?
No.
No. It
That's
was
why
on Pratt's evidence list, right?
it was on Kratz's evidence. It was on his evidence list that was created in January of 2007, basically weeks before trial, but it's disappeared.
Yes.
All copies and the master have suddenly disappeared. They're gone. Can't be found. He says he didn't hear it. He didn't have it.
Right.
That's what he said on X. And
he's such a liar.
Why would he put it on his evidence list if he didn't have it? I mean,
right?
If he created an evidence list in December of 2005, and 15 months later he don't have it. Okay, this is weeks before trial.
You mean of 06? December 06.
Well, I'm just saying.
Got it November of 05.
2005. Right, but trial was in February of 2007.
Right.
The exhibit list was written a month before.
Just
basically.
Before, yeah. He still had it then.
Right. Why would he include that in his exhibit list if he didn't have his hands on it?
Yep. Never listen to.
If somebody out there can reasonably answer that. I'm willing to listen, but I haven't heard a reasonable answer yet.
I think that's how they, in the beginning of the investigation, that's how they determined that he had gone to Zippers last.
Well, so do I. Otherwise, why would Wiegert have said that?
Yeah. Yep.
Why would he have even entertained that?
Good reason for it to disappear, isn't it?
Well, certainly. If it helped their case, it would have been played nonstop. That's the last known message of Teresa's voice.
Mm-hmm.
We speculated way back that Teresa went there in that area, couldn't find the car, didn't see it, whatever, because it's kind of back off the road. And she called and said, "Hey, I've got another appointment. I'm going to go do it, and I'll be back."
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, got another question, Corey. Is it possible Deb Strauss planted evidence in the Attorney General's office covering up the helping quote unquote frame? I don't know that Deb Strauss would necessarily plant anything. I do think
she was eager to help.
Yeah, her appearance into the case is questionable because these people get assigned, as far as I know, everything that I've looked at, they get assigned by a superior out of Madison or wherever they're. Yeah, I think it's Madison. They're the main office that assigns different agents to a case. And she just called and said, "Hey, I'm offering my services. I'm a special agent. I don't really like that Avery guy."
Yep.
So do I think she would plant something? I don't. There's questionable movements on November 8th after Ertl and his people left the burn pit. Strauss came back from somewhere because she arrived with Sturdivant at the burn pit. He jumps in and does his raking job, destroys or redistributes whatever was laying in there. That's what I think he did. I think somebody dumped a pile of crap in there. He saw that it would look like it had been dumped, and he used that wire to rake it around and pulled that wire out. And he left it there. He left the damn tire wire there. So it wasn't really that important. So, but anyway, after Orland, his people left, Strauss came back or was standing around, whatever, and her and Sturdivant left for 15 or 20 minutes in a golf cart. I think it was a golf cart. Don't quote me on that. Whatever. They left for 15 or 20 minutes and came back to Avery's and then packed up and left. I don't know what they did.
Yeah.
There's nowhere that part's unreported. It's not included in any report that I'm aware of. So I don't think she would intentionally plan anything, but I don't trust her. I just don't.
Well, I think she walked in there knowing he was guilty.
Well, yeah,
yeah.
Oh, sure. Of course, said they then pretend like George Zipper, a suspect that never flew over the house, apparently, even after plugging in his GPS. Well, I think they did, and they cut that footage. I think anything except for Avery's was clipped out of that video. They supposedly flew around for, a few hours.
Yeah.
But that footage,
what, a couple minutes?
2 or 3 minutes, whatever the hell it wasn't hardly anything.
Ridiculous.
So it is. Let's see if we got anything else. Apologize to everyone. We couldn't get to all the questions last night. I had to go though. I was starving.
We were late. It was late.
We were late. Yeah. All right. Let's move on here. So case closed by this Carolyn Kelly, whoever she is. Again, it's a short report. Brendan Dash was found guilty on April the 25th. He got sentenced on August 2nd. I guess that's why this was later. His sentencing wasn't until August. So they closed it. She didn't attach anything to hers. 365, August 24th. The current date was the 21st. This is Fassbender and Jennifer Price.
Auto salvage business.
This transfer and disposition of evidence.
Did they hold their records that long?
Which records?
The business record, the salvage yard.
Is that what this is about?
Oh, wait. This is Ariel. Oh, wait.
This is 365.
During the month of August 2007, electronic technician Larry Flesser prepared digital copies of 3 VHS cassette tapes maintained under property receipt D7801.
See?
Tapes. What?
It's got a property tag assigned to it.
Yeah, once again. The tapes contain recordings of aerial footage of the Avery salvage yard.
Mm-hmm.
Flesser prepared 3 sets of DVDs. 1 set for Fassbender. What's he need a set? 1 set for Wiegert.
Yep.
And 1 set for Cal County DA Kratz. After preparing the digital copies, Flesser transferred them to Linda Gray in the Madison DCI office. August 17th, Linda Gray transferred said items to Jennifer Price, who in turn transferred them to Fassbender. Fassbender transferred the 3 VHS cassette tapes designated under D-78012 to Uyghur for final disposition. Fassbender also provided Uyghur with the 3 DVDs prepared by Flesser. Didn't she just say she made copies for all 3 of them?
That's right. She made copies, transferred them. They got transferred again to Fassbender, and then he distributed and kept a copy. Here's the thing: I've asked for these tapes. The DCI flew on November 6th and November 8th, and at least one of those, these were evening time flights. At least in one of those, they used the FLIR camera, which is infrared.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I've asked for a copy of those, and I got the blah 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 blah. I've never been able to get a copy of those tapes. But I'm going to try again.
Copies.
Yeah, I know. Kratz, Uyghur, and Fassbender, all 3.
And what are they answering you on that request?
Shit, I'd have to look. It's another one of their bullshit answers that. Yeah, just make a copy of what you've got. Unless Uyghur took it out of the office with him, stuck it in his back pocket, and the same goes for Fassbender. Can't tell me the DCI. Can't tell me that the DCI doesn't have a copy of this. Even if it's not in disk form, they would have a copy of it stored in their master computer, so they wouldn't have to convert it again. Because it's a process, they have to play the tape. It goes through their wizard software. It gets converted to whatever, and then from that, they're able to create a DVD or CD, whatever. So I'm going to ask for it again, because unless there's something weird, there's absolutely, I don't know of any reason why we can't have a copy of that.
Did you have that D-7801 before? Did you know the property receipt number?
I did not. I just requested. No, I did not have a copy. Yeah, that's right.
That may change it.
Yeah, thanks for thank them for providing that. That's a good point.
Right.
That's exactly right. And this is what, 365. Okay. And then here's the DOJ ledger showing.
There's the FLIR activity.
See?
FLIR. They're all FLIR.
There you go. I knew at least one of those. This one was November 6th.
Well, those are the VHS cassette. Those are not the DVDs. They also have DVDs.
Correct. Yeah, this one was on the 6th, the top one. These 2 are on the 8th. So, yeah, a lot of checking in and out there.
Oh, kidding.
For there to be nothing, right? Yeah. Anyway, let's move on. 366. December 28th, 2009. The occurrence date was the 22nd, so 7 days earlier. So we're around Christmas time. Especially
right before Brendan's appeal.
That's right. That was just actually a couple of weeks later. I think his hearing started on the 9th or 10th, something like that. From Skorlinski. I don't know what this is. On Tuesday, December 22nd, 2009, approximately 2:45, Skorlinski contacted personnel at the Family Court Commissioner's Office in Winnebago. Oh, wait, okay. It was. Yeah, this is the one that Doc was talking about last night. This
we read this one last night.
Yeah, this has probably got several attachments to it, if I'm remembering correctly. See, here it is. Here it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not going to read all these. They're available. I think there's several of these
last night. Yeah.
Well, no, we only read some of them. There's a lot of pages here. If I'm remembering right, If I'm remembering correctly, there's like 35 or 40 pages.
Wow.
Yeah, we hadn't seen any of this. Notice how he's got all this. They've got all this redacted. Why would they redact that?
What the hell?
Yep,
Yeah.
they redacted all that except the body of her was in the middle of the fire. Why would they redact the rest of that?
In one piece.
That's right.
I don't know why they would reject it.
Not these. I doubt that Brennan's listing personal information and phone numbers and addresses and date of birth. See, we got more redactions here.
What were
That
the
might have
questions that were
that,
redacted?
yeah, I think that might have been personal information.
Oh.
Their names are, and they can be contacted at.
Oh, I see.
Well, if the person's name is a minor, then yeah, but
Yeah.
they redacted adult names too. So
Oh, yeah. Everybody except,
yeah,
main players.
there are a lot of these pages. There we go. Told you. I think there was 35, 40 pages. I can't remember how long that report was. It was one of the longest ones in the entire thing as far as the report and the attachments. Report date. Here we can jump to 2012, March 5th, 2012. The report date's March 1st. This is from Admiral. And of course, we know he was heavily involved. You can read this one, Susan.
On March 1st, 2012.
We don't necessarily have to read every number here, but
Yeah.
just get the gist.
Yeah. At 11 a.m., Kevin Heimel released evidence from this investigation to Sergeant Wiegert of Cal County. Heimel met with Wiegert at his office. The following items of evidence property were released from DCI custody for long-term storage with Cal County Sheriff's Department. Several of the above items of property were denoted on the following DCI-37. Yes. Copies of all DCI 37s and change of custody documents are electronically attached. This report will be submitted to DCI.
Yeah, it's just interesting that they would hold these for as long as they did. I mean, there's several there. And I don't understand what these, not to read all of them, but if you look here in the middle, 05776, 201.1, 294.1, 298.1. I don't know what those are.
Right?
I haven't seen these dots before, and I don't know what they mean. So if anybody out there on YouTube has any idea, leave a comment, or something, because I've looked at this and I can't figure it out. So anyway, all right, let's move on. Two VHS tapes. These are the Menards tapes, which we do have a copy of it. They're really kind of a train wreck, but we've got them because of the way their security cameras record things. It's like from 4 different cameras that it all gets rolled into one thing, and it's just
they were a mess. I remember them.
Yeah, it was kind of a mess. And then this has been mentioned and gets mentioned many more times. This is a Crown Lab report. This stuff allegedly came from Mickles Materials, and I don't know why this agent held this. If this is what I'm thinking it is, the zipper slider, the grommets, fabric, squeeze tube, container. I don't know what the squeeze. It's not indicated what the squeeze tube is.
What's the date on that, Jeff?
November 9th.
No, I'm just seeing grommets. Back zipper.
I may be thinking of a different report. I don't want to confuse. This says Crime Lab property receipt, gives the receipt number. I may be thinking of a different report because I've seen zipper before, and it's coming up here from I think Special Agent Lisa. I can't think of her last name. And okay, here's another Jim Dandy. It's a real pet peeve of mine.
Your favorite, yeah.
Yeah, there's 3 microcassettes. They're clearly listed here when they interviewed Earl on the 9th. And tape 2, we've got tape 1. Tape 2 cuts off around 28 minutes into a basically 50 minute. There's 50 minutes per side on these tapes. It cuts off around 28 minutes. It's blank. Tape 2 side B is redacted. Tape 3 is completely redacted. And they
It was
will
an
not
hour and 43 minutes.
Well, yeah, depending on how much they use of tape 3, but it's
Well, it
well
says
over that.
that's how long the interview took. An hour and 43 minutes.
There you go. So they redacted a bunch of it.
44. No, 44.
And they refused to let me have it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is he accusing Stephen at that time?
I'm sorry?
Is he accusing his brother? You wonder?
I don't know. It's possible. I know that I remember when it cuts off, if I'm remembering correctly, it was one of the special agents that was talking, one that is not really involved much, and I can't remember his name. He was talking, and boom, it just cuts off.
Maybe he's accusing Chuck.
Maybe.
What would they want us to hear?
Don't know. Unless they're talking about a minor and a bunch of stuff like that, then I'm not really sure why it would be redacted. I'm really not. Anyway, there's a report or a ledger entry for Barb. This is from the 9th, 2005. Miranda warning and the cassette tape of when she was in the car with, I think it was Baldwin and I can't remember who. They're really
DNA and fingerprints.
That's right. It's really, really bad audio quality, which I think they added. Yeah. I think they added noise to that because it's so awful.
Mm-hmm.
And then Redoubt Property. It's a CD containing digital photos of the Southwest entry to every. I think these are the photos I got, if I'm remembering right.
Joy, that's Joy.
Says open field. I can't remember. I got the 4 or 5 photos of that orange Pinto. I don't know if this is it or not.
Yeah, it says near the conveyor.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
That's it. And then Redemption Property. This is on the 12th, or I guess that's 12th. Execution search warrant. 1 Memorex CD compact disc containing photocopies or photographs, digital, of the Avery property taken from the Redoubt property. And we've got these. And then 1 Sony MP120 8mm video cassette containing video of the Avery property from the Redoubt property. And I don't think we got this, but I can't remember if O-Dog or Henberry, somebody got it. We've got a copy of it. Or not a copy, but it's available. So I never requested it. Another one on the 12th. Redoubt property these have got, if you look up in the upper right corner, you probably can't see my mouse cursor because it's so, look up in the corner. Yeah, it will give you the actual report number that this is attached to. This is DCI report number 30. It looks like 38.
38.
Yeah, yeah. So this would be an attachment that should have went to that report. I'm not sure why that's getting listed here. I can't remember if it's attached to DCI 38, but they usually did it in this report if there was some kind of attachment that went along. The original ones we got, we didn't get any attachments. Anyway, another of the Redoubt property on the 12th CDR containing digital photos, southwest entrance to the Avery salvage yard, taken on 11/11, and then there's an 8mm videotape containing.
I think I've seen that from the southwest entrance. Like
I'm pretty sure somebody's got it. Again, either O-Dog or Henberry. I'm 99% sure we've got access to all those, even though we don't have our own copy on the channel. I mean, I can get them. It's not a big deal. I don't think they charge much, if anything at all.
Yeah, I think they show a whole lot.
This is the 13th. Contact with Avery post arrest, pre-interview, 2 audio tapes, and this is on 11/9. We've got this. We've had this one.
It says 11/13.
Well, it's dated 11/13, but the interview is on the 9th.
Okay, yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, so we've got this. Yeah.
Yeah.
December 1st, 2005. Angie Schuster, she was, one of the bosses or whatever at Auto Trader. Compact disc. The first one here is just disc containing 4 photos of vehicles taken under Stephen Avery's account. Another disc. 2 hard drive or HD 8 IBM disc containing 2 photos of vehicles taken under the Tom Yonda's account. Those discs were obtained by, this is McGrath, that he's the one that usually went and talked to the ladies at Auto Trader. And I think we've got all these. I think all these are at the end here, the photographs. And that's something else I wanted to mention when we get on down here. We're going to get into some different, we're going to get into some different case numbers. There's only a few, but they attached a lot of stuff here at the end that had already been attached. Now, remember when I said I think I've seen this before?
This is it.
It's all listed again right here. And I think it's listed a couple more times in here. And I don't know why they did it. The case agent, this is Freymiller. So this is not.
That says disposal receipts.
Well, really, yeah, they released disposal. I think it all went to Calumet County.
To long-term storage.
Yeah, and I'm not entirely sure where this came from, but there is another report. We'll get to it. Of course, we received it there. This is on March 1st, 2012. Another one for Miranda rights. Okay, we've seen this one a few minutes ago. Gets turned back over on the March 1st, 2012 to Uyghur. This is Barb, her interview on the 9th. Fassbender. This is the report. It's typed up version of what we read above about the stuff from Auto Trader.
Yep.
And then this is a Siler case agent, 2 VHS tapes. I don't know what these are.
What are they? Yeah,
Well, it's
that's
attached to
ridiculous.
one. Well, it's attached to 199, and I can go look. I could go look.
Oh, okay. Okay. Never mind.
So yeah.
Still, they
Um,
could say right there what they are.
well, they could, but and you know, just as importantly, remember the reports that I read from Flessert that have no property tag numbers attached to them. He just disc
Mm-hmm.
and they're not listed in here at all.
Huh.
So if that
Huh.
tells you anything, yeah,
Now,
that's
see,
right.
this one tells you that it's
Yes,
Earl's. So now
that's
I'm
right.
curious what the hell those other two are that they didn't,
Well,
describe.
okay, I can look. No biggie. Let's see here. Okay, DCI reports.
So 200.
Case files. Not too much crap on my computer. Not kidding.
Oh,
Wait,
I have no doubt. You're telling the truth.
DCI. That was 199.
Was it? Are we missing 200 then?
199. I'm talking about the one that you said about you were curious about. Menards store video. There you go.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Could
Mystery
have spelled
solved.
that out. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they could have easily, that would have been
Yeah.
a no big deal.
Uh-huh.
Okay, moving on. This is attached to report 25. Photos taken of A-Rattle salvage on the 16th. Actually, I believe this is the few photos I got because I'm pretty sure they're dated the 16th.
Well, they left. Didn't they leave on the 12th?
Well, they did, but apparently they went back and said, "Hey," or didn't say, "Hey." And we got a question here from Danny Brewers fan. Was all these different formats on purpose or just lazy? CDs, DVDs, 8mm tape, cassettes, different sizes, odd the file formats. Well, Danielle, I think that, in 2005, I can't remember if they had the mini DVDs out yet or not for recording purposes, because I know that Sony came out with like a little video recorder, probably other ones too, that used a mini disc, but they were limited. It's still it would hold more than a CD, but there were limitations. So these 8mm handheld.
I used to have a little 8mm video camera.
Yeah, we had a gigantic one when we got. I paid an arm and a leg for this thing too. It was a
Yeah.
lumbering beast, VHS recorder when the boys
Mm-hmm.
were the two oldest boys were young, and oh my God, that thing was like hauling around,
Right.
20
Like a movie
20
camera.
like a 20-pound weight on your shoulder.
Yeah,
The
those eight
battery,
millimeters were little handheld.
yeah, the battery wouldn't last, but if you were lucky, it might last a half hour. If you turned the light on, forget it, forget it.
Oh, how
We
technology has advanced.
Well, I just tried to always film where I could plug the damn thing in because otherwise, anyway, I think it was just the limitations of what they had at the time. And then, of
JD
course,
still has his 8mm video camera.
wow. Yeah, I don't even remember what happened to that old VHS.
Well, my mom had a beta camera, which was probably even bigger than
Well, that was a
yours.
Sony version of VHS.
Yeah, it was huge. Yeah.
Hey, that damn thing's probably worth some money. She still got it.
No, no, it's long
Seriously.
gone. We had all the tapes put on CD.
Yeah, there you go. But and then using microcassette recorders, they used these digital handhelds that were becoming kind of a thing. Of course, the memory on them wasn't as big, but it was still something you could get, I'm sure, a couple hours on these
I guess,
handhelds.
these different agents had different
Apartments.
equipment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. And yeah, but as you mentioned, conversion, it's kind of a thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
With
even
technology
yeah,
changes. Yeah.
I mean, even today, there are people that still have this old stuff that gets converted. I mean, it's still going on, not like it was, but it,
But
it's
in a case
it,
like this, that it's evidence, it should be
well,
brought up to date.
it complicates matters. It seriously complicates matters, and then they can use it as an excuse, like
Yeah.
Uyghur did with me, and just flat out
Yeah.
would refuse to talk to
We
me
can't
about
get
it.
it to play.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, well, let's burn what you have and send it to me. Let's see if I can
Right.
get it to play. Yeah, he refused to do that, or ignored me, basically. But anyway, this is the photos taken on the 16th. I'm pretty sure this is of the Pinto. Um, the next one, this is on DCI 26 CDR photo. Okay, this is on the 11th, 8mm gravel pits on the 11th. Yeah, I'm sure somebody's got that. Okay, yeah, I was trying to think of something else. This one's tied to DCI Report 290. Black canister containing film negatives and aerial photos. I don't know what those are without going and pulling that report and looking. I don't remember. I can if
Well,
you
it's
got.
aerial.
Yeah, it's aerial. You want to look? I mean, look. 290.
Sure,
I
why
can pull it.
not?
I can pull it up. I've already got the folder open now.
Film negative. So that's like, what kind of camera is that?
Well, that'd be a 35
That's,
millimeter.
it's
Oh, this is
video.
This is NG negative films. These are the National Guard photos. Those
Oh,
gigantic ones and they're big, and
mm-hmm.
we have photos of photos to look at them. We've got them, but they're it's a lower quality because it's a photo. We don't have the actual. As far as I know, they've never been scanned in and converted to a complete digital image. So yeah, that's what these are,
Yeah.
the National Guard. Yeah, these are from National Guard.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, that answers that mystery. Next one, 294 is tied to recording attempt interview of Stokowski. Yeah, this was the first one in August, I think, or early
Yeah.
September.
She wanted a lawyer with her.
Well, that's what she ended up telling them. Yeah, she'd talk to him, but she wanted to talk to her lawyer present.
Yeah.
We've got CD recording of interview with Jody Stokowski that's tied to 295. We've got that one.
Mm-hmm.
298, another continuing recording of interview. I'm pretty sure I'm almost positive this is an October interview with Jody. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure it is.
Mm-hmm.
This is tied to DCI Report 38, CDR digital photos of Avery salvage on the 11th. 8mm video of Avery salvage on the 11th. As far as I know, we've got this as well. We've got all of these.
Yeah.
Tied to DCI Report number 90, one microcassette pre-post arrest contact with Avery. I don't know which date this was. It had to be early on because.
What the hell is pre-post?
Well,
After his arrest?
Yeah, this is after his arrest, but pre-charging, like on the before they actually charged him on the 15th. He was
Before or
arrested on
after
the
arrest?
9th. Yeah, they arrested him on the 9th and interviewed him. So that's pre-arrest. and post-
Pre-charging.
Pre-charging
Post.
post-arrest. That's
Yeah.
right.
Pre-post.
Again,
That's a weird way to
yeah, it really is.
put it.
All right, 368. Transfer of evidence. This is from Lisa Wilson. I think this is an interesting one, if I'm remembering right. You can read this synopsis here, Susan.
On Tuesday, April 17, 2012, Special Agent Lisa Wilson transferred 2 items from her secured credenza to the DCI Madison property locker for barcoding and transfer into the DCI Madison evidence room, being 1 microcassette and various items collected from a quarry.
From a quarry.
Why the hell would she have these in her secured credenza
In 2012.
in 2012?
Uh-huh.
And what the hell? What's the microcassette?
This is, I'm pretty sure this is when she interviewed Brian Dassey. Pretty sure it's
Various items collected from a quarry.
If it's the one I'm thinking, this is 190. I can pull it up. I'm pretty sure this is when she interviewed him, and the tape itself or the recording is really hosed up.
Did you say Brian?
I think so. I'm going to pull it up here if I can find it.
1-5. So that's 5 items from quarry.
2024 90. This one's a little more difficult. We don't have an original copy of 190, but we've got this copy. Make sure did I read that right, or did I get it wrong?
One microcassette. Oh, yeah, that would be 96.
Oh, okay, all right. But this certainly didn't lend itself to that.
Oh, this is the search from the quarry.
Yeah, 96. You said right.
Yeah, 96.
96. Yeah, we got that. Yeah. Search warrant of Brian Dassey. Yeah, this is when they took him to Aurora. And it's just screwed up. I got the recording. It's in the channel and the interviews playlist, but it's really screwed up and it's cut off at the end. And she didn't flip the tape. Because it cut off.
Remember that? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was really really irritating. Yeah, but these other items, I think there's a listing here. I think it's a receipt. Nope. No, on that one there's not. 369. This is the stack.
Entities exempt from disclosure.
I'm not sure where you're seeing that.
Under warning.
Oh, yeah, right at the top. Yeah, well, we got several like that. A lot of these new ones are like that. And they've taken it to the extreme limit to a lot of these people they interviewed. Remember? See, I don't.
VHS tapes, DVD.
Redacting Stephen and Brenda's date of birth, at this point is a little ridiculous.
Ridiculous. No kidding.
Yeah,
I want to know what those are, Jack.
I'm pretty sure these are the interviews that were done. It doesn't give a See, it doesn't give a report number. Let me scroll up. He just gives a case number. It doesn't give the report number, so I can't just unless we found one in here. Maybe it's tied to it somewhere else, but this one's not. Master file. I mean, it's this. I hate it when
This
they
is
do it.
November 29, 2016.
Yeah.
That's after ma'am.
DCI's digital forensic unit evidence is inventoried, and DCI is initiating case 051776 DFU, Larry Fletcher. Case request location, Winnebago County. I'm not sure what that's about. I'm pretty sure that if I were to guess, remember when Avery was arrested, they took him to Twin, what's it called? Twin River?
Two Rivers? You talking
Two
about
Rivers. Yeah. When he was arrested at Aurora, they took him to Two Rivers for, I don't know. He was there for a little while, an hour or so, maybe two. I can't remember. And he did that interview there with Wiegert and Fassbender. And then they eventually took him to Chilton, to Calumet County. Because there was that question about him being available, because remember, Glenn and Kelly started calling and looking for him at around 1:30 or so. They heard he'd been arrested. So the secretary called the Queso Dispatch trying to find out where the hell he was at. And then Glenn or Kelly one started calling, trying to get in touch.
him.
Well, sure they were. They didn't want him talking to no lawyer. Those were dirty guys. I'm pretty sure that's what that is. These two tapes are. The DVD, I'm just going to guess, maybe it's going to tell down here, I don't know, that this is the recording of Brennan's interview with O'Neill and Baldwin. Don't know that for positive. When he got pulled over and they seized the Grand Dam. It's probably not going to tell. Larry Fletcher, digital forensic examiner. If anybody wants to, request anything from you, there's his email. Just saying. I'm not saying you should. I'm just saying you could. They didn't redact it. I don't know why they didn't redact it, but his email is listed several times here in these ending pages. I caught that immediately.
Corey's asking, says it's the same last name. Anyone ever looked into Joshua Sassy, whatever it is, lived on Cuss and had an uncle in Wisconsin DOJ and a brother in DCI, Teresa Moon.
There could be those out there that did do.
Yeah, I remember a discussion about that guy.
I can't tell you who, but there's others out there that do the genealogy stuff. So
you might look on Reddit.
Yeah, Reddit might have something. Yeah, I agree. Brendan Dassey, Stephen Avery. It doesn't have it. It's not tied to. Doesn't look like. Oh wait. Oh, this is 369. Okay, never mind. I got all excited. 2 VHS tapes. Sony RCA. It gives the length there of 120 minutes, and then it gives his converting equipment. 369.1. Okay. So these 0.1s, I'm taking it for granted. That means that the 0.1 means that something got converted to some kind of digital media, CD or DVD. That's how I'm going to take that. Okay.
That makes sense.
Audio. Okay. That gives his computer stuff. Closure. There's nothing there. Copies, blah, blah, blah. Request for forensic examination, transmittal of digital evidence form. I'm not sure why I go to Nina or Winnebago County. I've been to Nina.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, years ago. Nina, Menasha, Yeah, Nina, Menasha, and Appleton's a little further, I think, to the east, but Nina and Menasha are really close together. Yeah, the company I
And
worked
that's
for
where
had
that
they had
biker case.
yeah
Biker.
they had the company I worked for had equipment and facilities in both in Nina and Menasha.
I guess
Had,
they were making like supposed to be making like a documentary on that case. I never heard anything more about it.
no, their funding may have fell through. Requesting digital files of copies of 8mm videotapes contained on the VHS tape, originally indexed under, okay, 05177626. Okay, I have to look. You know, I have to look. 26.
8mm, yeah.
If we have 26, we do have 26. Photos taken from the Redont property on 11/11. Okay, all right. By Joey Matthew. Yeah, I'm sure we've got these photos. Okay, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm. So they
Why
convert
they
those,
why they were being requested by Winnebago County? I don't understand that. I don't get it.
right? In 2016.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, not that I'm suggesting you email this guy, but there's Sassy's email. I'm not saying. I'm just saying. Yeah. Request for evidence examination transmittal. Um, again, Winnebago County, Nina. Date transmitted the 28th, 2016. Okay, this two VHS tapes. These are copies of evidence need to be placed on DVDs. Okay.
Maybe they're doing the conversions.
I wouldn't think
I don't
so.
know.
I think they're requesting conversion.
Need to be placed on DVDs.
Yeah, it says request for forensic examination, transmittal of digital evidence form. Submitting agency, the DCI, and the city and the county. I don't know. Yeah, this has got that's really tiny. Originally indexed under 0526 property record. And then 38.
Just
I'm not
takes
sure.
our copies.
I'm not sure that, but to me, it's I don't know. I don't know. The signature of the submitter. I mean, surely Flesser could convert anything. I would imagine he had software that would convert pretty much anything. It's a state-run law enforcement agency, unless there was something special going on, which we don't have a report on if it was. Anyway, let's move on. 370. Here we are, December the 7th, 2016. Hey, this is a year after, almost a year after MAM came out. Stephen Avery and Brendan, Stephen Avery and Brendan Dassey. Case summary by Flessert. We're back into his department again. I'm not
Archive,
sure.
it says.
Yeah. Okay, so maybe they're backing up, they're archiving these digital records into their archive area. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, there we go. Job history. Yeah, I agree. Everything's getting archived, so it's stuck back in the archive department. Still able to get it though. 371, January 9th, 2018. Receipt of evidence from the Madison DCI office. Remember Well, we don't have to read through all this. 1217 evidence from several different cases were transported to Madison, to the Appleton office by DCI office
To
by DCI.
officially, oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. No, read it.
To officially log it back into the ACI SS system and relocate it to the Appleton evidence room. Located in the boxes of evidence were several items related to this investigation. It appears from looking at the paperwork associated with those items that none of them had ever been located in the Appleton office before, but had always been located in the Madison office. The items were as follows. DVDs, VHS.
Well, it gives the number here, 369, 1 and 2, which we just read.
Oh, yeah.
96, 1. Yeah, 190, yeah. 96, 1, 191. All these are stuff that's been digital
Now,
converted.
is that micro cassette is 190? Is that the Earl interview?
I don't remember. His are, 50 minutes per their tapes are. There's 3 tapes, 50 minutes per side on each tape. So I don't think they're micro cassettes, but I could be wrong. I don't think they're micro. I don't remember. I just remember.
Yeah, it was micro.
Okay, well,
3 micro cassettes. Yeah. Well, that's only.
I never owned a micro cassette recorder. I just kind of graduated through all of it when stuff started coming out. So I never got a micro. Went straight from cassette to CDs, then DVDs.
Look at this on 1/2/2017. Special Agent Shellhorn informed Michael Sass of the existence of these items of evidence. She later informed Jeff Wish of their existence. Wish then made arrangements to transfer the items of evidence to Calumet County, where all other evidence from this case file has been stored.
Yeah.
Boredom of the existence of them.
Yeah, it would be surprising. I'm not saying, all these different agents would necessarily know about, all these other recordings and so forth. I'm sure they've got other stuff going on, but
I'm looking for the zipper email. I mean, voicemail.
Well, that's why I'm suspicious of a couple of these reports that Flesher did with stuff not numbered.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I want a copy of what he did that day.
Right.
I'm suspicious. I'm really suspicious of the December 2006 one he did. He gets a bunch of discs in from Fassbender and Manitowoc County Sheriff's Department. Disc out. Nothing's numbered. Nothing's accounted for. It's wrong. I mean, you can see them. Everybody can see here in black and white. I've been as clear as I can be. It's just ridiculous, man. Super frustrating too. Anyway, it looks like a bunch of digital stuff was transferred to the Appleton office, and then they transferred it to whatever was appropriate, I guess, to Calumet County for long-term storage. Moving on. This is part of 371 micro cassette. Intake from other DCI evidence facility. This is tied to 96. Kevin Hamrell. This is 190 again. 5. Several various items recovered in search of quarry area. I'm pretty sure this is the Lisa Wilson one that's tied to Mitchell's materials that she dug out of her desk after 3 or 4 years, whatever the hell it was.
Yeah.
That's really suspicious to me. I don't care what you say. Why would you have evidence in your security credenza for 3 or 4 years after you moved on from the case long ago. That's just terrible. I mean, anyway. This is in relation to 369. We looked at that above. Again, I'm pretty sure those are the interviews I mentioned. 96, one microcassette. It's tied. It's got its own tied to another D7711. 96. So that's trackable. 190. We just looked at again. This is 369, which was mentioned above. Again, I'm almost positive those are interviews by Stephen and Brendan. I'm pretty sure this is Elisa Wilson. Yeah. This is the stuff she took out of her security credenza.
Huh.
Yeah. Corey Easton. Well, that was the recording of Brian. I'm sorry. This is the stuff she drug out of her security credenza. Remember what I was thinking this had a zipper on it. It was hair. Okay. See how memory works?
Hair.
Yeah. Metal, rocks. Yeah. This was stuff that was contained in her
Oh, yeah.
locked up security credenza that she held onto for years.
Why the hell would she have hair?
I have no idea.
Shouldn't that go to the lab?
Well, one would think, it would have been turned over to
Yeah.
Culhane for examination, but it wasn't.
Hmm.
Considering everything else that they found there. Ertl was there on the 6th. She's there on the 8th. Something weird, some horse shittery, I'm sorry, went on at Mitchell's material. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was Teresa, but they clearly found something there. Because why would they spend 2, 3, 4 days there? They wouldn't.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we're at 372. I'm pretty sure this is the very last one. There might be a 373, but I think this is it. Transfer of evidence from the Appleton DCI office to Cali Sheriff's Office. This is Jeffrey Wish. This is what was mentioned above that you'd read, Susan. We don't necessarily need to read, unless we want to know specifics. I don't think we necessarily need to read all of this because it's all listed there. And I think everything else we've already looked at.
Mm-hmm.
Strange that it's 11 years later.
Sure is.
11 years.
It's crazy.
Floating around with DCI before it gets returned. And I'm going to kind of rifle through these. Now, you can see that we're on page 1795. I'm pretty sure the rest of this is hold on. Especially the reports and their photographs. Now, I will tell you, and we've got them finally. It's included in this report. I'd requested these 5 rolls of film that Special Agent Rent, RINDT, he took. I requested these months and months ago from the DCI, and of course it got ignored. But they attached it to this big document dump. About a day, maybe 2 days after they did that, I got the reply from the DCI with their photographs attached. Of course, they had already been released at that point. And that's fine. I don't care as long as they're out there. Anyway, there's 190 again, 96 again. Okay, here's a different case number.
Go back one page, would you?
I will.
My focus set tape of recording. D7711.
Yeah, this is 96. I'm pretty sure this is the one of Brian with Lisa Wilson. I'm pretty sure that's the one I just pulled up a minute ago.
See Wilson's name on that. Jeffrey Wish.
Yeah, but he had taken control of all that stuff.
Oh, okay.
He was informed and took control of all of it, and it got transferred to Calumet County. Anyway, we get into a different case number, and I don't know why. So if you ask me, I'm going to say I don't know. Craig Clive, Investigative Services, Homicide Assistance, Analytical Support, Telephone Analysis. Assist with this homicide case, cell tower information, etc.
Oh, he's investigating.
Yeah, but
DCI.
I mean, it says there at the bottom, related case is 051-776. Why didn't they just put it all into the same case number?
Good question.
I don't get it. It says there under current assignment, Wisconsin Statewide Intelligence Center. 06 task 06-183, stated 3/28/2006. Melissa Merchant, Statewide Intelligence Center. Timeline, chain of custody, Avery case. And it's bad. They may have a clearer record, but I can tell you, Calumet County sure does not. Analytical support. She did charting. Requested timeline events. It's also got related case 0571776.
I want to see their timeline.
Yeah, it's not attached.
I want to see it.
Another task is 1610767. This is dated November 29, 2016. Donna Showers, Records DCI. Synopsis there. Homicide Dassey, Brendan. And then mentioned Flessert's name. The media that was submitted by S.A.C. Sassy was duplicated per his request and turned over to the evidence custodian, Donna Showers. This task has been completed. This is on, again, that was November 29th, 2016. And it's also got the related case listed. And here's a receipt of Intimate Treasures. I don't know why they crammed this in here, but they did.
Yeah.
And the cash register receipt, which we've had that. Yeah, we've had that. Marinette County. This is a recording of Brendan. DCI Report 137. The Barb computer, the Dassey computer. And it says 12 CD. It says 12 CDs. I guess as the music that they had ripped or whatever. Again, Intimate Treasures, 2 receipts.
It's bone fragments, the white box.
This is the white box, yeah. I don't know why we have the yellow copy and not the white one. Maybe it's here. Nope. Again, this is the same thing we saw earlier. We've already seen this one. Anyway, there's a lot of duplication here. I'm just going to skim through. If anybody has any questions or whatever, feel free to stop me. One sealed bag containing flashcards. I'm pretty sure this is what they got from Auto Trader. For whatever reason, it went to the State Patrol. I don't know why. It's down at the bottom. Why would
That's weird.
Exactly. And they received it on February 22nd, 2007. This is one case, offense number 0586/4. Again, a
Stevens
different.
Cameron.
Yeah. Again, it's assigned a different case number. Why?
What the hell?
I don't know.
We need to write down all the different numbers.
Well, they're here. They're not going anywhere. All you gotta do is scan through. Here's 90 again. Recording interview of Stephen Avery at the Two Rivers Police Department. There was a big argument about this. No, he was at Calumet. No, it says Two Rivers right on the screen.
It does.
The Maxwell tapes.
Was it a different interview, maybe?
No, it's the same one. No. These are the tapes that they flew over on the 6th and the 8th. 3 tapes. Interview with Stephen Avery. This is on the 13th.
Two Rivers.
Again, we're back at report number 90. Evidence copy transferred to Fassbender for dubbing. I don't know why they'd be dubbing a damn tape, but whatever.
Right?
Yep. It's also got 105196 up in the upper right corner. I don't know why it's got 2 different reports assigned to it, but it does. Again, the 13th, this is the same thing we just looked at. This is 186. Auto purchase book, dates 9/10/03 to 11/2. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they took those.
Mm-hmm.
Log books from the salvage yard, the documents.
The business. All the business records.
That's right. Alan said they took cash out. They took $5,000 or $6,000. He never got back.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I'm just going to move on. This is 90 again. It's listed 3 pap smears. This was on the 21st. This is tied to DCI report 139. Bellin Hospital. There's the white copy. Ledger for this on the 23rd, 05 Madison Special. Oh, there it is. I don't know. Again, sealed envelope containing described as pap. Oh, okay, that's for the pap smears. For down property. We've already seen this. And then on the 12th, seen that. This is tied to 26. CDRs taken of the Avery property on the 11th. We've seen that. We've seen that. Another copy. 38 CDR digital photos on the 11th. And the video. Dane County on the 11th by Colleen Little, Dr. Eisenberg.
Dental structures.
Yep. 96, we've already seen this. This is the 4 photos of the Pinto. Anyway, just going to continue to move on. I think everything here we've already seen some of it numerous times. Pillboxes, dental records for Teresa. And that actually got entered into a Calumet County ledger. Crime lab from, I can't read that name, Lucky? I can't read it. It's tied to 137 search warrant, brown bag, garage door opener wrapped in duct tape. Evidence release and return. We don't see too many of these. We've got a few. A18. Oh, crap. Go down here. Latent print processing as a garage door opener wrapped in duct tape. Well, they didn't put it in APIS, so what difference does it make? Limited. The 10th. We've seen this before. This is not new. Evidence transmittal. mtDNA. This is where they said they could exclude Teresa. Pretty sure that we've seen it before anyway. Pill boxes, paper bags. FBI facsimile, the James Holmes report on transfer of evidence. We've seen this before. Another, yeah, I'm pretty sure this is a listing of what was, yeah. And then entered into the county ledgers. This one's tied to DCI Report 213. I'm pretty sure this is stuff that they collected in and around the yard. You can see the shovel, the rake, et cetera, et cetera. Oh, yeah, okay. It's got a listing of all of it. And then the ledger.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why they took a picture of the backside of that, but they did.
How odd.
Yeah, I think there's maybe one more in here like that. Calumet County, Dr. Eisenberg, this is on the 6th. Search warrant on 11/12. Plastic container containing 2 bone fragments from same bone. That's probably worth more reading. I don't remember seeing this before. 6286. One plastic container containing 2 bone fragments from
See if
one.
that's typed out on the next page. Sometimes it's typed out. Same thing.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Copy. This is the buckle swabs Lisa Wilson took. Brian. Copy. November 10th.
Fingerprints.
Fingerprint cards, palm prints. Yep. Mm-hmm. And then the cassette that she did that's all jacked up. Dolores Avery, Miranda warning. And then the tape recording. Yeah. Remote control from the Sony TV. The stuff that they got from Angie Schuster. Receipts. The Grand Dam. Yeah. Earl stuff. Like I said, all this stuff. I think virtually all of it. We've had a copy of it for quite some time. I don't think there's really anything new in these. That's why I'm just rolling through them.
You don't think there's a zipper voicemail?
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't seen any sign of that. Yeah, these are swabs of Brendan and control swabs, etc. This is a letter from I'm sure from Hawkins that he wants, etc., tested. See, Hawkins. I'm not sure that we had this before, but I think we did. He submitted a few of these, and then it gives the listing here of everything that he had handwritten. wireless the wireless service agreement. I guess I got it from Karen for Teresa's cell phone. Daisy Fuentes jeans that Fassbender just had to go buy. It's creepy as shit, man.
Mhm.
Veely, this got their 361 CD containing final report that they held on to that wasn't evidence and then became evidence.
Mhm.
201, 3 microcassettes of Earl Avery again.
Mhm.
Same thing. We've seen that, Black
Seen
canister
that.
containing, we've seen that. Aerial photos, recording attempt, we've seen that, and that, and that. Another listing of the videotape of Stephen Avery. It's got them all listed there, and the case number and the report number. Videotape of okay, we've seen that. Manitowoc County case number. Brendan Dassey. I'm not sure that
So,
we've actually seen. I'm not sure we've seen this exact report, but I don't think there's. This is like a printing of the compilation of record.
yeah.
If you go to the that website,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
So I mean,
there's nothing new there.
the whole history of yeah.
Yeah, party to a crime, etc. Flushed again. This is on 3/31/2006. Tape enhancement files product from Print Cassette. He gives the number there. Brendan Dassey interview to DVD ROM. Microcassette recording D711. Again, tied to 96, which you've seen like 10 times now.
Yeah.
Give me just 1 second here. Sorry, I gotta do something. Let's move on here. Yeah. 69, this is one we've seen above. Microcassette 96 again. 190 again. 369 again. See, there's so many repeaters here.
Yeah.
Hold on just a second. I got to mute for just 1 second. You can talk if you want, Susan.
Okay.
I hate
Well,
dead air, but
I'm gonna update on Remaker because somebody asked about Remaker. So I was just looking at his case. And the last thing on December 30th of 24, he waived a preliminary hearing. He appeared by video. Waived his right to a preliminary hearing. Defendant is bound over for trial. And then they had a video conference on 12:30. Oh, that was that one. And then 114, the last thing in there says demand for discovery dash prosecutor. So that's the last thing on his case file for now. So they don't have a trial date or anything like that yet. April 1st of 2025, there will be a status conference. So that's the next thing coming up. Of course, he pleaded not guilty. So that should be interesting. See what kind of slap on the wrist he gets. Kind of fun to have one of the guys involved in the Avery case, though, caught with wrongdoing.
okay, I'm back.
And you can look that case up on Wisconsin Circuit Court access. Wisconsin Circuit Court.
Yep.
Yeah. wcca.wicourts.gov. You can put his name in and look at his case file.
Yeah, that'll be interesting how that turns out.
Yeah.
You're talking about Remaker. Yeah, you're talking about Remaker.
Yeah. The next thing that happened is a status conference on April 1st. April Fool's Day. It's supposed to be the start of the second Karen B trial.
Well, that'll be interesting to see what happens next.
Yeah.
Okay, we're at this is, I guess, Teresa's work schedule, submissions or paperwork submissions. It shows that Teresa received her handbook. We got all that documentation, her employment, and all that stuff. Jazz, orientation, yeah. Harassment training, yeah. Disclosure, et cetera, et cetera. It's gonna. I think there's several pages of these appointments. Actually. Now, I have not personally put these into a separate document. I don't know if that's something that needs to be done because most of this is completely irrelevant.
Already that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Irrelevant.
I mean, to me, they're just
unless the killer's in there somewhere.
Well, and the name's redacted. You know,
Yeah.
Somebody said I should. I'm using Adobe. Somebody said I should. There's a way with Adobe that you might be able to. I might be able to remove the redactions, but I haven't tried. Somebody said Google was my friend. I don't know how to do it. Somebody said Google was my friend, so maybe I'll do that one day if I get bored. So there's a bunch of these.
Yeah. She's busy.
Yep. Private party photo log. This is. I don't think we've seen this before, but I don't. I mean, there's nothing on here that stuck out at me. This is about got the Grand Dam and some more logs of Teresa's appointments. Photo shoot, auto trader, 1031. And there's some more. Okay, then we get into the Bureau of Photographic Record. I'm going to blow that up just a little bit here. Oh, that's too big. These were taken on the 9th. I mean, people, these were taken by Powell. I have not requested these.
Oh, the animal excrement.
Yeah, the dog poop.
Yeah.
Taken on the 10th. Again, this is into roll 2. I'm going to take it for granted these were taken by Powell. Yeah, Powell. Okay. Roll 3. Again by Powell. And then the ledger. Ledger gets shoved in here. I'm not entirely sure why that is. Fax from Deb Strauss from Mary Jane Ziegler.
Someone's at the entryway doorbell.
Okay, this is about Stephen's gun license, hunting license.
No.
Yeah. And then another one. Yeah, she really went hard after this. These are buckle swabs from Tim and Karen Hallbach. More photographs. Yeah, this is where we get into the numerous photographs that Rent took. These are the ones I had requested months ago. We've got these.
Mm.
I'm not gonna stop on anything unless somebody tells me to. And this will take us to the end of the report.
Woohoo!
That's right. It'll be done. This project will be off the bucket. Yeah. Some
It
of these
took
are interesting.
soil samples from the burn pit
They did and found nothing.
and found
No,
nothing.
no pyrolysis. Here's the big gob of tire wire that Sturtevant was so busy getting wrecked out and left there.
Mhm.
There's
Full of bones,
Pevito and,
right?
yeah, right. Pevito and his crew on the 10th. More dog poop. This is Barb's backyard, back of her trailer, getting into the incinerator. And then the smelter. They didn't find anything. And then I think this may be the last roll. I mean, I won't say. I mean, I'm glad to get these photographs. Oh no, there's one more roll one. Yeah, roll one will be the last one. One of
Ones
these
where
rolls
there's
was,
shadows or good
yeah,
brain.
yeah. I mean, one of these rolls were um, like
Nothing in
13
that
photographs.
soil, Danny.
They were like 13 photographs short. This is Hunsader on the 12th. Maxell's. These are the three VHS steps where they went up in the air. Well,
It says,
I
look
don't.
at the yonder burn pit. Very interesting.
Yeah,
A
I was
lot of
wrong. Hey,
clothes in there.
how the hell did we get back on 1712?
Ah, no idea.
I apologize. I have no idea what the hell happened.
Hmm.
Um, 2239. I thought those photographs took us out.
Hmm.
Fingerprint standards for the fingerprint, palm print, and so forth. Search warrant tied to 90. And yeah, okay. And then the rent wording. That's it. Now we're done. I can officially say it. We're done.
Ta-da. Good job, Jack. That was a
I
lot.
mean, well, I mean, the end of it's a pain in the ass because I mean, there's a lot. You, as you guys saw, a bunch of stuff was duplicated multiple times.
God, no kidding.
Well, I'm just guessing it gets transferred from one department, gets transferred to another department. It's just complete horseshit. Anyway, I'm going to close this because I'm tired of looking at it.
Hey,
We're done with it, so why not, right?
awesome. What you got planned for the future, Jack?
You know, I've thought about a couple of things. I mean, we don't have anything new yet. I mean, I check my email daily, several times a day, actually. Uh, and, I'm still waiting on multiple open records requests. But, there are a few things we could go back through and cover. I thought about one thing just for clarity, given the Court of Appeals replies, rereading Judge Angie's denial for
Mm-hmm.
the appeal. It's not that long.
I wouldn't
In
mind
time,
reading that again. Yeah.
Well, and tying it to what the Court of Appeals said, well, it's still relatively fresh in our mind.
Right.
Um,
Duke, you
I
ought
don't
to
know.
jump in and talk about it if you want.
I'm sorry.
I was just talking to Duke.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Always welcome. Anybody wants to talk about it, the more we have that can reasonably talk about all of this, the better understanding I think everyone will have.
Right?
I'm appreciative of the DCI releasing what they did, and we have a copy at least of everything, even with the redactions. However, with that said, the redactions on some of the stuff is ridiculous. I think they did it as a snide thing to do that was unnecessary because they had to know at this point in time that we already have a copy of a lot of these things. Now, there's probably, like I said in the beginning, there's probably 5 or 6 interviews with people that we have no clue who they are. We didn't have the original report, or the report that we do have is also redacted.
That's interesting.
Well, it is. But my focus has been a lot of the photographic and audio, video evidence that has continually been denied. I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop asking. I'm just not.
Good.
But anyway, I thought that would be something interesting to do. To look through some of the. I mean, because there's nothing new. So it's pick and choose your battles of what people may be interested in. Again, the Court of Appeals has made their decision. Circling back and reading Judge Angie's decision and denial. I don't know. I don't know if it'd be enlightening, or I don't want to bore people to tears, but her, I just remember when we read through it the first time, and it was jaw dropping how she came up with some of this stuff. I still have questions.
Always
So,
is.
yeah. So that's basically.
It's inexplicable. Many things.
I wonder where you got your name at.
The
Right?
bones. Giving the bones back to the hall box was inexplicable.
But they did it anyway.
Well, that's what they wrote. The Court of Appeals wrote that in their
They did.
decision in their first go round.
Like that's some new legal term.
Yeah. I see it a lot, believe it or not, in all these other court cases.
Do you really?
Yeah.
I just don't see how that can be used as a justification for anything.
It's inexplicable, Jack.
Alrighty. Well, I don't have anything else. Do we have any questions?
I think we kind of went over them as they came.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Okay.
You get to eat early tonight.
I do. Having Subway tonight.
Me too. Oh,
really?
Nice. Yeah. I think I'm having homemade egg rolls.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say. Alrighty. Well, thanks again, everyone, that's come along for this 15-part ride. Everything's available in the library for anyone that wants to look. Feel free. Again, I haven't separated these documents at the end. I just didn't see the need. I just didn't. The photographs have been separated because I did get those separately. We got located. I got it located on Google Drive, and then Zoe put a link in the photographs section to those. So, I mean, if anybody has any ideas. Oh, wait, Corey has a question. Does anyone know if Barb still believes that Steven did it? No, she doesn't.
She doesn't believe that. She said a couple times yesterday, Corey, she answered your question, and she said, "No, we're all innocent." She's been saying that for years.
Yeah, she got
All the
she got
Averys, Dassies, Taddock, all of
yeah,
them.
she got hoodwinked into in a situation that was impossible, literally impossible.
I
And
agree.
there's not many people that have to go through that kind of thing. And I've been in a situation that was impossible before, and I can tell you, it's a place you just don't want to be. You don't. Yeah, you just don't.
They had her bouncing back and forth on
Yep.
his guilt in the beginning. But early on, she came to believe that he was innocent and has stuck to that all these years.
Yoga says, do we really know they gave anything back to the hall box? And we can only go with the unsigned ledgers that we have that those remains went back to that funeral home. It was not signed. So
We don't know.
we don't know for 100%.
certain.
No, we don't. It's another one of those trust me, bro reports because it's not signed.
Right. And Passive Bear, I just gave a status on Remaker. His next court date is April Fool's Day for a status conference. He has pleaded not guilty, and it is set for trial. If there is no trial date set.
It's going to be hard to walk past that $200 he left on the sheriff's desk. Why? You don't do that, man. Again, not to slam on.
Oh, I had to go buy some chew.
Yeah.
So I borrowed some money.
Not to slam on Remaker, but given everything that was detailed in that agent's report, I mean, to me, I don't know how the sheriff doesn't have a full audit of that department. And, because
a head shaker.
Well, you have all this money floating around from all these drug cases, but it's not just the money; it's the drugs too. They seize that shit too,
right?
So, is it still back there on these pending cases? Where did it go? Is a disposition for destruction been documented, well documented? There's a whole other process for that. The side of it, and it's not talked about at all, really, in this report. How can you not talk about the drug part of it?
Right.
I don't know. I just know if I was the sheriff of that department, you bet your ass you're not going to hang me out. You wouldn't ever hang me out to dry on something that's directly related to all of this. Whether Rutger's guilty of whatever or not, it's irrelevant at this point. You don't have thousands of dollars sitting around in your desk and the freaking filing cabinet.
Crazy.
Come on, man.
Just crazy. The way he ran that whole office, that part of his duties. I mean, it's insane. If you didn't know how to do it, Remaker, go talk to somebody, get some help.
He did do a lot of them correctly. So all the paperwork's done, everything got flipped over, et cetera, et cetera. But then another part, he's too dumb to do it. Come on.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Anyway, alrighty, I'm going to I'm going to get this out first. Hell, look at here. It's 2 minutes after 9. What the hell is this, man? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
We've had some long ones before too. So anyway, I'm just going to say Dave Remaker, ex-Manitowoc County Sheriff's Lieutenant. He's not guilty to misconduct. 52 is accused of mishandling department funds while overseeing the Manitowoc County Metro Drug Unit. Well, again, it's not just the money. Because those drugs are worth
drug unit. Yeah.
those drugs are money too, or some kind of means of trade. There's no doubt. So anyway, let's get out of here, have something to eat, and chillax for a minute. And
Thanks everybody for being here.
Yep, absolutely. With that said, I'm going to tell you that's been a Foul Play production.